there's a we'll get to that later. There's a really cool story about you that I think that has been confirmed, but it was told by a mutual friend, and it was about when Rogan was going through one of his like many cancellations, and maybe some people at the network were like, I think we got to set this guy aside, and what I heard was that you said, if he goes, I go. Yeah.
I never talked. So Lex Friedman, I did his podcast, and apparently he was there when this all went down. But this has never been talked about or brought up or whatever, and would have never been talked about if Lex Friedman didn't bring it up. But when Rogan was going through his thing, it was at the peak of this cancel culture shit going on, right? And I was like, yeah, fuck that shit. First of all, it's easy to look at things, like when you look at Rogan and Rogan makes shitloads of money. He's got the biggest podcast in the world and all this shit. But back in the day, so when we bought the UFC was based in New York. So the offices were here. There was
Even though it was illegal to put on the fight?
But their offices were here. Bob Meyerowitz, the owner, is from New York, and the offices were here in New York. So after we bought the company, I jumped on a plane and I flew out here, and I had to go through the office and figure out what I was going to bring to Vegas and what I was going to leave, what was worth it. Well, they had a room that was just full of fucking tapes, right? So I had to go through each fucking tape and watch every tape to make sure it wasn't something important. So I pop in this tape, and it's the Keenan Ivory Wayans show. He had his own talk show.
I remember that. Yeah.
And they had fucking Joe Rogan on.
Yeah.
And Keenan Ivory Wayans says to him, "You're into this ultimate fighting stuff, huh?" And Rogan starts going fucking off on the UFC, Maurice Smith, and what he would do to all these action stars and all this stuff. And this is the fucking fear factor guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the way that Joe talked and how passionate he was, I go, this is the fucking guy that I need. This is the fucking guy. It just hit me, right? So I reach out to Rogan, and we start going back and forth. And I said, I would love you to come in and be one of the commentators. And Rogan's attitude was, so wait a minute. So you're saying I can come over there, sit in the best seats in the house and watch the sport that I love for fucking free?
Yeah.
I'm in. So at the time, financially, we were getting fucking murdered. Rogan did the first 12 or 13 shows for free.
Wow.
For free.
Yeah. And he's stoked.
And killed it. And the thing that I loved about Joe Rogan was when you were sitting there and watching Joe Rogan on TV and he was on the mic, he wasn't one of these HBO fucking goofball talking fucking heads that were being paid.
Yeah.
You felt that this dude not only knew what he was talking about, but loved what this is about. Yeah. And that began the relationship with me and Joe Rogan that now has been, coming up on 20-something years.
Okay,
and
so
you think that you're gonna fucking cancel Joe Rogan and you're gonna and I'm gonna just say okay? Yeah. No, I will fucking quit this job and leave and go do something else before you're gonna try to fucking.
I loved it.
And the whole cancel thing, I literally just talked about this a couple days ago with, if you're in the right place in your life, and who the fuck's gonna cancel you?
Yeah.
The only ones that can really cancel you are your fucking family and your friends.
Yeah.
Fuck all these other people.
Yeah. Strangers you never see in your life.
Who gives a shit what any of these fucking people think?
Dude, it's so funny how serendipitous your life is.